We're back, baby. Here to celebrate another week of excellence in When's World NFL predictions with the one, the only, from the county of Gwinnett, the Gobbler. You just go by the Gobbler now, right?
Yeah, that works. I like that. Does anyone want to claim Gwinnett anymore?
I mean, it's a huge county with a lot of awesome buffets. Why wouldn't you want to claim it?
Sure, sure.
That's right. Something else I think anybody would want to claim is our winning percentage on this show. So check this out,
Yeah.
peeps. Radio Griff, see if y'all can do the math without a calculator because I couldn't. Week 1, 11-5. Week 2, 12-4. Week 3, 10-6. Week 4, 8-7-1. For a 65% winning percentage? Is that how I'd say that, or is that redundant?
That makes sense. I think we understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And then yours truly, only because I only calculated mine because I feel like it's fair. I'm not trying to outshine or week 1, 12-4. Week 2, 15-1. Week 3, 9-7. Week 4, 10-5-1 for a 73% winning percentage.
Hit 5-1.
10-5-1. Yes.
Um,
The tie. The tie. Neither of us picked incorrectly.
okay, so we both got it. Okay. I didn't hear you give me a tie.
But then I thought, and my mind was almost blown here, Chris, because then I thought, if we picked a tie for a game and they tied, would that be a win or a tie?
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Let's find out this week. Let's try it.
All right, let's do it, baby. That was week 4. It's behind us. All that to say, I think we know what we're talking about. So, you got a few dollars to put on the line. Not suggesting you start a gambling habit or hobby, but it might not be a bad idea. Put your kids through college, through the brains and guts of Radio Griff and the Wens. Week 5 is upon us, and this first Thursday night game, woo, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. And your boys are all wrapped up in it. They're all tossed and turned here. Sound a little strange. In a hyper hetero way.
Yeah.
On the road, taking on the 3-1 Rams, who got some redemption last week. What's your vibe on this? Because, man, y'all got some pieces missing.
Yeah, the 49ers and the Rams, everything seems to be stacked against the Niners this week, right? Lots of injuries. Purdy didn't look like Purdy, even, when he came back making some bad throws. I mean, they lost that game because of Brock Purdy. I mean, the Jaguars tried to give the game to the 49ers. The Niners should have won that game. They should have been able to top out another win there and be 4-0. But it didn't happen. Now they have this quick turnaround against the Rams, a Rams team that looks tough, right? I think, though, here's the thing. I think everyone is picking against the Niners this week, right? Like, the Niners are almost expected to lose. I think it's almost baked in, like, you know what? We can lose this week. It's okay. Like, that's what a lot of people are thinking. They're thinking, all right, by the end of the season, the Niners will be healthy. They'll make the playoffs. They'll be fine. But for this week, everyone is picking against them except me. I think the 49ers, with their backs against the wall, I think Mac Jones might be playing quarterback Thursday night. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I like the 49ers to take care of business against the Rams. When you count them out, I'll count them in.
Wow, did I hear a possible quarterback controversy in Santa Clara, California?
On a short week like this, well, why play Purdy? Why play him this week? Play Mac Jones. I know he's hobbling around as well, but I mean, Purdy didn't look right, and he wasn't ready, and you're going to stick him in there against this Rams team, another playoff caliber team? I don't think so. I'd play Mac Jones.
This is going to be interesting to see how this works out, because if Mac Jones plays and plays well and they get the win on the road, look out. Look out, because here come the storylines. I'm going to take the Rams at home for this one. I think that the Niners are reeling right now. I think them losing the handsome Bosa brother was a big deal for them, and I think there's some chaos. There's chaos.
They're good. They're good. The defense is playing good. It's an offense problem, and once they get Purdy healthy, they'll be fine.
We'll see. We'll see. So Griff has the Niners. I have the Rams. On to bright and squirrely Sunday morning. The I'm going to say red hot Vikings coming out of nowhere. Scoring points, finding ways to win without their starting quarterback. Carson Wentz making me a believer again. Not enough to wear his jersey. This is Randall's jersey.
I mean, didn't they lose last week?
Yes, they lost to the Steelers, Griff, but it was a close game, and you predicted them to win. I call the Steelers. I tried to tell you, I tried to warn you.
This is a master spin job here.
This is a spin full zone. And that's what you got to do because, when you're playing against the Browns, we've seen the two sides to this Cleveland team, but they're not playing in Cleveland. They're playing across the pond. So the curse is broken. Once you cross the waters,
Ah,
it's over. This could be the game. They're starting to chirp. Griff, we were way ahead of the chirping. We said Flacco's a statue. Put in the kid. Put him in. Put him in. It's time. We might see it. I don't know what to think about the Browns, but I got to say, I think the Vikings probably bounce back this week.
yeah, I think the Vikings showed some fight against the Steelers last week. They tried to mount a comeback, and it came up a little short. I like the Vikings in this game. I'm not picking the Browns. No one's picking the Browns in this game. Come on, let's be real.
It would be the one that they win, kind of like the
Right.
ones we said, no way the other team's winning. No way. No way that the Browns beat the Packers, and then look what happened there. I think the writing's on the wall. I'm counting them out until Shador starts. Start the kid. On to the 1 o'clock games. The 1-3 Texans, they were up against it last week. They got the win against the reeling Titans. Whew. Feel bad for them. We'll get to them eventually. Against the Ravens, who, man, they look like Swiss cheese too. I can't tell whose defense is worse, Dallas or Baltimore. You tell me, but Texans are on the road. It's just a tough matchup. Baltimore needs a win. What is going on in Baltimore, Griff?
Yeah, I think they've had some injuries on the defense, and it's showing up big time. And Lamar, I mean, the Chiefs are obviously in his head, right? Like he just can't get over that hump, whatever's going on there. I mean, you got to think experience is gonna come in handy here for the Ravens. Backs against the wall. I mean, dare we say a must-win game for the Ravens? The 1-3 Ravens? What? I'm gonna go with the experience. Even though I don't want to, I think I'll pick the Ravens in this game.
I'm gonna go against the grain, Radio Griff. I'm gonna take the Texans. There's something stirring. I feel it stirring inside. I feel like the Houston's gonna go on the road to the East Coast and take on the mayor of Baltimore. Well, not the mayor, but the team that plays in Baltimore. Another 1 o'clock game. The 1-3 the Dolphins, they did it for Mike. Hashtag do it for Mike. They did it for Mike. They got the win. Big time loss, though. I mean, you lose Tyreek Hill. Like, what are you doing there? How do you replace him? His leg went in all sorts of different directions. But I think the story, Griff, behind this prediction, the bigger
Yeah.
story is that huge smile he has as he's leaving the field like it's the best thing that ever happened to him. I mean, is it that bad to play for Tua? I mean, after the game, they asked Tua, hey, what are your thoughts? Of course, he gave all glory to God. But then the next thing to come out of his mouth was all glory to God that, he kept us all safe for the most part.
Yeah. I think both of those guys have been hit in the head too many times, right? I mean, neither one of them is playing with a full deck. Um, and Tyreek, I mean, there probably is a side of him that is happy that he gets to chill now, get paid millions of dollars, doesn't have to play football, doesn't have to get hit, no pressure, doesn't have to get traded to the Chiefs mid-season and go play up there in that terrible weather. Uh, yeah, but the Dolphins, who are they taking on this week?
So they're playing the 1-3 Panthers.
Oh yeah, I like the Dolphins in this game. I really like the fight that the Dolphins showed the last week. I think if they would have lost that game and gone to 0-4, I think they would have been forced to make some changes. Someone would have been the scapegoat after that game. But the offense is, halfway decent. I mean, they do this every year. The Dolphins are just a mediocre team. They're going to be in the mix until the end. They might fight for a wild card spot. I mean, I think their schedule is actually pretty favorable the next few weeks. They could be right back in the mix. But then when it gets cold, you're not going to trust Tua when it comes time for that. So it's just the cycle just keeps repeating itself. I don't think Tyreek's law. I don't think that's going to be a huge loss for them. I think they'll manage. They'll be fine. But I like the Dolphins against the Panthers.
I don't know what's gotten in me, Griff, but I'm feeling froggy to that. I'm feeling I'm taking this 73% winning percentage. I'm putting it on the line. Chips right back on the table. Let's do it, dealer. I'm gonna take the Panthers at home. I feel like they need a win big time, man. At this point in the season, Griff, the first couple weeks are pretty easy to call because you
Yeah.
kind of know who the teams are. But now we got backs up against the wall. Baby's in the corner. Baby's got to push back. And some of these teams have no choice. And Carolina is one of those teams. So gosh darn it, Carolina, do something, Bryce. Do it. Do it for me. Do it for me. You have no idea who I am, but do it for me anyway. Come on, we're here. Let's do it. The 1-3 Raiders taking on the Colts, who, listen, who saw the Rams beating the Colts last week? We sure as heck didn't.
No.
Is there a chance that maybe that's a sign of things to come?
No, I think the Colts actually still played some decent football. Um, they probably should have won that game, to be honest. And I don't think the Raiders are a very good football team. You called it from the beginning. I mean, the Colts are going to run away with that division, I think. I think they're going to run away with the AFC South. They're going to have that locked up here by Thanksgiving, most likely. I like the Colts in this game.
Yeah, I like the Colts as long as that one wide receiver, I can't remember his name, doesn't fumble. What do you think? Can we just stop for a second? Haven't we seen this with Deshaun Jackson and so many other players, great players? I'm not taking anything away from their talent, but stop being flashy. He fumbles at the goal line. It's a touchback. Cost him the game. Then he had a costly holding penalty. It's like, dude, discipline first. Discipline for first things first. That's what we tell our kids in sports. How does that get lost? He'll recover. They'll be fine. But that would piss me off if I'm part of that team. I'm like, dude, we could be 4-0 right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, at least you know that's why you lost, right? Like it's dumb mistakes. That's easily fixable. It's not like you're a bad team or you have major injuries. I think the Colts are going to be fine, and they're going to roll this week.
Yeah, against the Raiders. I'll take the Colts at home as well. The 1-3 Giants, the Giants fighting back, baby. They're finding a way. This is the toilet game of the week. I mean, 1-3 Giants at 0-4 Saints. You got to do something. Poke it with a stick. Get up. Do something, New Orleans. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? Is it over? I mean, have they already thrown in the towel? Forget it. What's going on?
Yeah, you got to think, are they tanking for Arch Manning or something? And
Why would you? The kid sucks. He hasn't done anything.
hey, but Grandpa played there, so maybe it'll be the second coming or something. I don't know. Yeah, I like the Giants in this game. They lost Neighbors last week. I mean, all these guys going out with these injuries. It's so sad. But I like the Giants. Jackson Dart, I like what I saw from him last week. A little feisty, running around. It's got a little edge to him. I like it. I like the Giants in this game.
I love the way he plays, but it's not sustainable. He's going to get his clock cleaned next week or something and end up like Tua and Tyreek, thanking God for things that didn't happen. And it's going to be interesting. I want to watch just the follies of this matchup afterward. I'm going to do something here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, why not? This is not a matter of which team is better. Again, we are at that point in the season now. We're a quarter of the way through. It's put up or shut up. Are you going to be an 0-5 team, even with the kid at playing quarterback? Like, you got to do it, and they're going to do it. They are going to do it. I'm taking the Saints at home.
Wow.
Goodness gracious. This could be the week where I come back to earth. Woo! Now, on to Dallas, who gave us both our only tie of the year. God help us. I hate that tie. It's killing me. But they're on the road. They're taking on the Jets. 0-4. Again, another 0-4 team. It's put up or shut up time. And I don't know which of these teams is honestly worse. Like, I don't know. What say you on this matchup?
Yeah. Oh man, that tie. How annoying is that? Like NFL, what are we doing? It's 2025. Let's figure this out. Let's figure out a better way to do it. I'm leaning towards the Jets though in this week. It's like I almost feel like the Cowboys. They gave it their all. That was 40 points, playing a lot of defense, going to overtime. Like I think they might be gassed. And the Jets, backs against the wall, a lot of pressure on the head coach there to get things right. And I think they're going to finally get it right this week. I think that Cowboys defense, very porous. It comes at a good time for the Jets. I like the Jets to finally get on the board with a win.
I'm with it. The 2-2 Broncos take on the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. Broncos on the road. I liked what I saw out of that kid, Bo Nix. He has got some spunk. He makes quick reads. He makes good decisions. This is going to be a tough one. But I want your take before I give mine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I think that the Eagles, the ball has bounced their way quite a few times the past couple weeks. I mean, some people might call it luck. I don't know. Or maybe they just put themselves in the right positions at the right time. I don't know. But the Broncos, I think the lack of these guys playing preseason, we see that the first few weeks of the season, right? They don't look like what we expected them to look like. And it's taken the Broncos a few weeks to get things going, but I think they're on track now. They're going to be in the mix come playoff time. And I think they finally, I think they'll take care of the Eagles this week.
Objectively, I don't think you said anything that's incorrect other than that last part where you said they're going to beat Philly. I think they're going to give Philly a run. But at the end of the day, at the end, after the blocked punts, field goals, breaking records, doing all sorts of crazy things, Philadelphia's going to win this game. They have to. The 0-4 Titans, I mean, figure it out. At the 2-2 Cardinals, listen, the Cardinals are not a bad team.
Oh,
And the Titans are. They're really bad. And I see more of a future for New Orleans than I see for Tennessee. Am I wrong here?
no, I mean, I think I'd rather have Cam Ward as my quarterback than Spencer Rattler at this point. But overall, in terms of coaching staff and a team, yeah, I think New Orleans might have the edge there. The Titans, this is probably their head coach's last week. They're probably going to lose this game. Then there's going to be changes. They've done the whole thing of moving the guy from the box to the field and changing who's calling play. It's over. It's over in Tennessee. There's about to be some major changes, and I think it comes after this week, after they lose this week.
Ah, how big of an upset call would this be?
Oh boy.
Would it be with this? And again, it has nothing to do with the team talent. This has everything to do with the situation, the circumstances. I'm going to go Tennessee on the road. This is a must win for them.
Wow.
Yeah, this could be a great week for you, Radio Griff. The 3-1 Bucks looking nearly unstoppable. It's just that there's that pesky Eagles team held them up from a 4-0 start, and they're taking on Seattle, they're quietly good. Why is nobody talking about the Seahawks right now? Like, they are winning games, and they're winning decisively.
The Seahawks are good. Darnold looks good. But man, the Bucks, they've just got to fight to them, man. They are a fun team to watch. They're never out of any game. I think I lean Tampa. Just I don't know why. Something just tells me Tampa. Tampa's they're the real deal, I think. I think they're going to be a tough out for anyone come playoff time. The Eagles have obviously had their hands full with them. I think that a team like the 49ers would struggle with them. A team like the Rams obviously would struggle. I think the Bucks are for real, and I like them this week.
I like the breakdown. I am going to take Seattle at home, though. This is a big test for them. I think if they win this game, they're on the map. Like, all right, let's take them for real. Now, this team, who I've been riding with Detroit. Damn, let's have a beer. Let's do it. 3-1 at Cincinnati. God help them. I feel so bad for that team. But one guy I don't feel bad for is Jamar Chase. Suck it up. Stop whining on the side. And then you get out on the field and you drop a pass that's catchable. I'm tired of that. Like, if you're going to chirp, you better catch the dang ball.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Times is tough in Cincy, man, and Burrow ain't coming back for a few months. This looks like, on paper, this looks like an easy win for Detroit, but is there something within Cincinnati? Is there something in this Browning kid that can pull it all together? Because he looked like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think Dan Campbell, yeah, I think he's chomping at the bit to, play this game. He, the deer in headlights thing, man, feeds into him perfectly. I'll admit, I underestimated the Lions. I thought losing both coordinators was going to affect them a lot more than it has. Maybe they've benefited from a somewhat easy schedule to this point. I don't know. I like the Lions this week to take care of business against the Bengals. And I think things are going to start to get weird in Cincinnati. When you start losing, your wide receivers start chirping. The head coach is on the hot seat suddenly. Things are about to get weird there.
So I didn't bring this up when we covered Philly, but is it also weird to quote scripture out of context as a wide receiver when you're 4-0 to talk about brushing the dirt off your feet? Like, can we stop that? Like, stop being cryptic. Say what you mean, put it on the table,
Yeah.
and let it be it. Like, what is this? And because then it gives them an out later. Well, I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying, like, but just AJ, you don't like the offense. You think Jalen's throwing it where in places you can't catch it, and you're not wrong. But you knew what you were getting into with this offense. It's a plug and play. Nobody's the hero. There's somebody different every week. If this doesn't turn around and this becomes a cancer, ship them out.
Ship them out. They could. They will. The Eagles will.
I mean, ship him out. Trade him for a trade him to Tennessee. Trade him back to Tennessee. You know, like, because if you're not happy, then what's the point? Like, you're not, it makes sense. I mean, we'll see if it changes. But like, dude, you're 4-0. What if they were
Right.
2-2 and you're getting the ball? Would you be happy then? It just kind of shows his heart a little. It's strange to me. I want your take on that before we go to this pick.
No, I don't. I mean, you're the Eagles fan. I think you said it all right there. I mean, why does this happen time and time again with receivers? Like, what happens? They all turn into divas eventually. Every single one of them. It creates a cancer in the locker room, and it creates all these issues. I mean, it happens time and time again.
And I try to put myself in his shoes and think, man, I guess it would be frustrating to run your very hardest every play and not get the ball or get targeted. But then I think, this is my job, and whether I get the ball or not, I'm still getting paid,
Right? I'm getting paid and I'm winning.
and we're winning. And and the thing is, this is not the first time with him. We've already been through this with him, and I thought we were
I
over it.
think you're right when you said it's an issue of the heart, right? This shows what he's really in it for. He's in it for himself, period. He's not in it for the team. He's not even in it to win Super Bowls. He's in it for himself, and his own accolades. And yeah, I don't know how you fix that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you move on from him and keep Devontae Smith and build around that core, but it's going to be interesting to see how it works. Maybe we're just overthinking this. I don't think so, but time will tell. But as far as this game goes, we were talking about Jamar Chase and his antics on the sidelines. It's going to be, if they lose this game, there's going to be some Twitter talk. Get ready. Get ready. I'll take Detroit on the road there as well. The 2-2, not commanding much nowadays. Commanders taking it out to the Bolts, who lost to the New York Giants. I mean, you got to take that as like, hey, it was a one-off. All right, back to business, back to work. The Commanders are coming in. What's the deal? Is Jaden Daniels playing? I'm not sure yet. Even if he does, like, there's something wrong with this team. I don't know. What's your take on this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers, like you said, hopefully for them it was a one-off. Going out to the East Coast is always tough for those West Coast teams playing those 1 o'clock games. But then they had injuries, and I mean that offensive line for the Chargers. I don't know, man. Like Herbert's gonna be running around like a madman back there now. Um, and the Commanders like losing to a Falcons team you expect them to beat, even with Mariota as quarterback. Um, yeah, I don't know what to think about this game. I think I'd go with the home team. Harbaugh and Herbert. That's more out of just allegiance. I don't have a good read on the game. But I think I go Chargers.
I love your honesty, Radio Griff. Yeah, I mean, how about Atlanta getting that win last week? We're beyond
That'd be a great win for the Falcons. Good for them. Yeah.
good. Headed into the bye week, they needed that before the week off. Nothing worse than going into a bye after a loss. I'm going to take the Chargers at home as well. I think that's a good read on that matchup. And then the other undefeated team, besides the Philadelphia Eagles, the Buffalo Bills, sitting at 4-0, and they welcome the Patriots. I mean, this is a game where obviously the first word that comes out is Bills, and then the second word is duh.
Yeah.
Am I missing something here?
No, I don't think so. I think the Bills win this game easily. I don't even think it'll be a close game. Maybe they pull Josh Allen by the fourth quarter.
Samesies. Bills big at home. And then Monday night, only one game this week.
Thank
2-2 Chiefs. Going up again. How is Jacksonville 3-1? I look up and I'm like, whoa, they're tied. They're up there with Indianapolis in the AFC. They're up there in the AFC South.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're doing it, and listen, the record is what it is. How they win and all, nobody cares at the end of the day. We are what our record says we are, and they are 3-1. And the Chiefs, man, they get the win. We were both wrong about them in Baltimore, but listen, Baltimore is doing this. Kansas City is starting to
And Kansas City's doing what Kansas City does, right?
Yep.
However, though, Jacksonville playing with some confidence. I think they're feeling pretty good after going to San Francisco and beating the Niners. They're buying into this like villain thing they got going on. I kind of like it. And I think this is going to be a coming out party at last for Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. I think they're going to take care of Kansas City on a prime time game, and they're going to say, all right, we are for real. We belong. Trevor Lawrence, am one of the elite quarterbacks in this league, and it's time. And I like the Jags to take care of the Chiefs.
Dude, I'm so with it. I'm so
Wow.
ready. And it's not only because like I think that's going to happen, I actually do. As I'm sitting here thinking about Kansas City doing this, then I think about what I saw when they played the Eagles, and there's something wrong with that team. They're not who they were. There's stuff going on, and they keep it guarded, and good for them for doing that. Something ain't right. Something ain't right in KC. And something's going right in Jacksonville, and they're making it with this ETN kid's amazing. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville at home Monday night. That is it for your week 5. Put your mama on it. These are the picks to make you the extra bread for all your Publix Italian subs. Radio Griff, you are the gobbler, you are the goat, and I appreciate your time and service here in One's World.
God bless.